Hi, my name is Jimmy Williams with NFL Draft Diamonds. And here with me today, I have one of these diamonds in the rough. His name is Darius Hagans. He's a running back out of Virginia State. Nice to meet you, sir.
Nice to meet you.
So, yeah, a very popular name right now in the all-star circuit, and a whole lot going on in your life right now, which is pretty amazing. But why don't you set the stage a little bit? Tell me where you're from, and walk me through your journey a little bit as to how you got there to Virginia State.
I come from Virginia, Chesapeake, Virginia, born and raised. Lived there all my life with my mom, my two sisters. Just a really tight knit family. Really, I think that I kind of sold myself short in high school a little bit. I didn't really get any of those, go to any of those rivals camps and those summer camps that kind of get your name out there, expose you a little bit more. Because I had a really good senior year in high school, 1,400 yards. I can't remember how many touchdowns, but I had like three 200-yard games. But
Hmm.
I just didn't get that exposure as far as those camps and just getting my name out there in front of college scouts. And so I went to a small school in West Virginia called Artisan Broadus University. Went there trying to get the away from home college experience, and I just it wasn't the best fit for me. That's what I'll say about it. And so I ended up at Virginia State. I knew that I could go there. I had heard some interest from a coach, Dewan Sanders from there. He was the defensive coordinator at the time, and he said that I was had a spot on their team. Reached out to the Virginia State staff. It was pretty much a smooth transition after I left AB.
And so obviously you get there and you become star running back and all conference running back there, and really having a good solid career finishing up at Virginia State. I do want to kind of, I guess, go back a little bit just to try and fill in at least some of the blanks. Again, like you said, high school, Alderson brought us, and then eventually Virginia State. When you were in high school, did you play any other positions or any other sports in high school rather than running back for your football team?
Yeah, I played linebacker. I was also a returner. I played all special teams. Pretty much did special teams every consecutive year after my freshman year of high school. Um, I also ran track. I was a wrestler at first. I wrestled my freshman and my sophomore year. I was at 170, and I really enjoyed wrestling. But my running back coach, Coach Harper, he was the head track coach and still is at the time. And he was like, "Nah, man, you gonna run track." He wanted to kind of like get my speed up there. So that's just what I ended up doing my junior and senior year. I did indoor and outdoor track.
So interesting background. Former wrestler, did some track and field too. And so I got to ask the question, why football? Why do you love the game of football so much?
Man, football has been my sport since I was a kid. I honestly grew up into a family, who was kind of a football family. Super Bowl Sunday. My uncle, my grandpa, always watching Sunday football. My mom, she really just got me into it in an early age. I was the football guy. I have a sister like a year younger than me. She was a cheerleader. Cheering for my team every year. And it just really fit. I was always um, kind of like a physical kind of guy, physical kid. Uh, you know, just always wanted to tackle somebody, backyard flag football, tackle football. I mean, it just really was kind of my niche. So I stuck with it. Even up until now, I'm still loving it. Still physical, staying physicality since I was a youngin, and it's just who I am.
Great. So, dude, I gotta ask. I mean, when you're growing up, I mean, like you said, I mean, you're watching, TV as a youngster. Um, Who are you watching, man? Who are you idolizing? Who are you a big fan of?
Growing up, I was a big fan of Adrian Peterson. That was my guy, my go-to running back. I literally was watching him, all throughout my growing up. And the crazy part about it, you mentioned NFLPA. I had an opportunity to speak with him on a Zoom call. Uh, he was one of the guys on a Zoom call they had that we could, speak to, and he gave us the running back group to be specific. He gave us a lot of tips, how he lasted so long in the game, just taking care of your body, getting those mental reps and learning the game from other positions, just a whole bunch of, gems. He dropped a whole bunch of gems for us, and it really was good for me.
That's awesome, man. Like kind of a dream come true. I mean, certainly getting a chance to sit down with one of the best to ever do it at his position. So Adrian Peterson is at least in his generation, probably one of the best to do it. So that's a no-brainer. But obviously, man, you found your way to Virginia State. Talk to me a little bit about Virginia State for some people that may not know, but for you specifically, what makes that university so special for you?
Honestly, coming to Virginia State, I didn't know what to expect. I mean, I did know that I would be, around a lot of, people from a culture, HBCU. But it was really a big transition going from there, from Alderson Broaddus to Virginia State. So when I got there, it was really a welcoming experience. The team, coaches, atmosphere. I had friends from high school that went there. Um, I it was just way more welcoming, way more home vibe, and it wasn't really a hard transition at all. And for people who don't know much about HBCUs, just being on that campus, you're gonna feel like you belong. You could talk to anybody. It's kind of like everybody's family. It's just a family vibe, especially Virginia State. All the alumni coming to the games, they know your name, they know who you are. They got your parents, they know your parents, they know your teachers, your professors. It's like everybody's all tuned in, everybody's all like involved in that campus. Everybody loves that campus, and everybody loves the school, and it's just a welcoming environment.
Yeah, and it's not like they don't churn out some great talent. Obviously they got you, of course, but I know that there's some other guys there that maybe a lot of people don't know, but tell us real quick about some of the guys that are playing next to you there that you have played against that are some impressive guys that people really need to know.
Uh, there's plenty, like you said. You got rising. I think this will be his senior year, his last year of eligibility. You got a rising kid, Matt Foster, my right offensive tackle, and he's a beast. He was actually my roommate this last season that I played, and just getting to know him, kind of guy he is, on and off the field. He'd be a great, in my opinion, he'd be a great asset to the league. And you got guys like Jalen Dean. He was the starting tight end. Just a hard body guy, like physical, tough, like mentally just prepared for the game, like extra work on and off the field. Just that's another guy that I think would be a great asset to the league. You got Willie Drew, a great DB. I think he just got I can't remember what it was. He just got some accolade. I can't even remember what it was, but just rising guys who just dominate on the field, good guys off the field. My quarterback, Jordan Davis, it took him a long time to, he's kind of like me in that sense. You know, as far as how long he was at Virginia State, the amount of opportunities he got, um, and then once he got his opportunity to shine, he showed that he was a monster at quarterback. And you know, still, like, I think that he would be a great asset to the league. You got so many guys, who just can play and who have a lot of heart, and that winning mentality that I just want to highlight.
Yeah, and I mean, I could just say, at least one of those names came to mind as you were talking. I know Foster's already on my list for next year on our watch list. So, I mean, we'll see how all that comes together. But again, a solid group of talent there. So, and then of course, you as their running back on the offense. Talk about that offense, man. I mean, how would you describe that offense and what's executed on a regular basis there?
I mean, since I've been at Virginia State, I've had a whole like maybe like what 4 OCs, just with coaching changes, and so it's been a whole bunch of different schemes I had to adjust to, and it's never been a go-to offense for my entire 4 years there, because we were going through so many OCs, and guys getting better opportunities, guys just graduating to higher opportunities, and coaching changes and stuff like that. So really, I mean, as far as this last season, it was really just a power offense, and just you know we were less. But the year before, we were really into like doing a whole bunch of motion and read option, all that type of stuff. But this year was just really like mostly a power offense, and
So
and
just
just
like
just
a smash mouth kind of
yeah,
old school
smash mouth.
vibe where it's like, giving you the ball, running off tackle,
Yeah,
and just driving it down their throats is basically what we're saying. Um, well, hey, I mean, obviously, if that got the job done, which it did, I mean, you ended up with a solid year there, going over 1,000 yards. A lot of great accolades for you. And so, when you look at this past season, or maybe like collectively, when you look at like your career there at Virginia State, what are some of the highlights, man? Give me a couple of games, or maybe a couple plays that really stick out for you.
The first game that comes to mind is my 2021 season, and that's Bowie State game, us versus Bowie State. That second half, I came out explosive, man. I came out explosive against those guys, and I put a lot of highlights during that game. I had one play where I ran over a guy, kept running, had a breakout run, another breakout run on the sideline. Two guys trying to get me, knock me down. I gave them the shoulder. They end up on the ground. I don't. This past season, Bluefield State, I had like a 70 something yard run. Um, that those are some of the like big like runs and plays and games that I've had, and I still look at those plays today, like just cause.
Yeah, so I mean, like you said, I mean, I was looking up some of the numbers, and the Bluefield State like final number for you is 260 plus yards, which is just amazing. And then you mentioned Bowie State, which I mean, I know that they have a pretty solid defense. So whenever you're able to go out there and put forth a good solid performance, that's really saying something, man. I mean, they got people on NFL radars too. And when you give it to them, I mean, it really puts guys like you on the map. So, and buddy, you were certainly put on the map this year, and certainly even in the off season, because like you've been giving a lot of great opportunities, whether it be at the NFLPA or the Legacy Bowl. So let's talk about the NFLPA Bowl real quick, if you don't mind. I mean, what's it like getting a call to go to the NFLPA Bowl, man?
Yeah, I couldn't even tell you the feeling that I had when I got that call. Well, I got a letter specifically. I can't even tell you the feeling. It was just amazing, you know, coming from D2, coming from HBCU. It was like, wow, like I got selected. I got sorry about that, but yeah, just I got selected to go to this game and compete with, you know, D1 athletes and, you know, learn from NFL coaches. And, you know, it was just, I was just honored to even get that message. And, you know, obviously as soon as I did, I went online and accepted it, you know, so before they fired another guy, I was like, yeah, let me get this done. But, you know, it was a great experience. Great. I learned, like I said, I learned from guys like Adrian Peterson. Josh Cribbs was the special teams coach. Just outstanding experience for me. And I'm still grateful to this day to even have been able to go.
Yeah, I mean, being able to learn from some of the greats, man, I can't say enough about that. I mean, how was Josh Cribbs as a coach, by the way? I didn't know that he was doing that for special teams.
Yeah, he was. I mean, he's just like any coach, you know. He was just, you know, giving us tips how to perform. He was telling us he was coaching all special teams. So, as a returner, I was back there returning kicks, and I was uh, I was a wing guy on punt return and punt. And, you know, just he was just teaching us what you know from what he knew and his experience, because you know how well he did on special teams. He
He
played out.
he was
Yeah,
a killer on special
awesome.
teams.
Hmm.
So
I think he did like 10 plus years. So yeah, it was a great experience learning from him.
cool. Any other moments from that week that you want to share? I mean, whether it be relationships or otherwise that you've been able to build. I mean, like you said, I mean, you went out there and you know, met up with some D1 guys. Uh, do you have a decent roommate at the very least?
Uh, yeah, I mean, it was cool. I had another running back as my roommate named Titus Flynn from Wyoming. He was uh he was a funny guy. He was a cool guy. Still checking with him today. It was another like the whole running back crew. They were all good guys. He actually got Sir Roderick Thompson. He was running back from Texas Tech. He's at the draft right now. I'm not the draft, the combine right now, in Indy. And you know, it was a great group of guys, great group of running backs. You know, um, it was. I still talk to those guys today. Chris Smith, um, all those guys.
Well, I mean, definitely able to build a lot of great relationships. And you also had a chance to go to the Legacy Bowl as well. I mean, being able to, you know, go to an HBCU event where they could really like allow you guys to shine. What was the most that you took from that event?
Man, I took so much from that event. You know, the guy Doug Williams, quarterback who was a quarterback in the league. You know, he was a co-founder of the event, and you know, I just had a chance to sit down and talk to him. You know, he gave me a lot of uplift. You know, a lot of tips on life. Just, you know, just man to man talking. You know, I'm so blessed to be able to have been a part of both of these games, and, you know, take away all the gems and tools that, you know, guys who had that experience and who were blessed and fortunate enough to know to be in the shoes that I'm in. And, you know, it great experience. I keep saying great experience, but that's what it really comes down to. It's just so it's I'm just very honored and blessed to have even had these opportunities.
Oh yeah, man. I mean, you're just kind of along for the ride. You know, you're really just embracing it. You know, meeting these legends of the game, which is awesome. And then of course, you getting your opportunity. And actually, you've already been drafted. You were drafted just recently in the USFL to the what is it, New Orleans Breakers. Not to say that you're a USFL guy, but you might get drafted again in the NFL. But how does it feel to be drafted in that league?
Uh, I'm speechless, man. You know, to think that like I said, coming from a D2, coming from, you know, Grassville High School, Deep Creek area, to be even still playing football, I got guys who from middle school texting me, keep going, man, keep going, keep doing what you're doing, guys who, didn't make the best of their opportunity, their situation, and just still, being able to play and being healthy and having these opportunities to go further in with what I love is breathtaking. There's no words to even form of how grateful I am.
Well, I mean, you certainly have the opportunity to be a role model for others. And so, having that opportunity, and people looking up to you because you've come as far as you have, and Lord only knows how much farther you're gonna go. And so we'll see, how that all plays out. But I do want to take a moment just to meet you outside of the game just a little bit. So is there anything else that people need to know about Darius Hagans besides that of a football player, man? I mean, whether like, I don't know, personal interests, hobbies, or something that you want to share?
Uh, I mean, a lot of people don't know that I'm an anime guy. I watch anime,
So,
like
so what, so what's your anime that you watch?
um, I'm watching One Piece now. That's like One Piece, Naruto, My Hero, Demon Slayer, mainstream animes, Hunter x Hunter. I have a lot. But that's kind of something I do in my own time. I like to, listen to audiobooks. As a Man Thinketh is one of the newer audiobooks I'm listening to. I actually got that from I can't remember his name, man. A guy from the NFLPA. I hate that I don't remember his name, but I have his Instagram. But that's another audiobook that I listen to. So just other than that, like to travel, like to go places with my girlfriend and my family, and you know cruises. Just family oriented guy.
Well, all that stuff sounds nice, man. I mean, heck, I'll go on a cruise. So,
Yeah.
it sounds like a whole lot of fun. Are you listening to those audio books when you're working out? I mean, is that kind of what's going on with that, or you do that during car rides?
It's kind of more so when I drive. I'm actually traveling to and from my training where I've been training at. It's like an hour and a half away. I have to drive there every morning, so I just kind of listen to the book, or kind of like just listen to music, whatever.
So
So
where are you training right now?
it's called Elite Athlete Development. It's in Midlothian, and it's with a guy named Shane Sykes. Been a really good trainer.
Awesome. What do you look to do at your pro day, man? I mean, I know you want to go out there and impress some people, but is there anything specifically that you want to go out there and do?
Yeah, man. I, uh, I got so close to that 4.3 at the HBCU combine. That's what was my goal. I want to drop that 4.3, and I feel confident that that I'll run it in pro day. So hopefully, me saying that, hopefully it ages well, and I run that at my pro day. But yeah, other than that, I mean, I just want to show my ability, show what I can do, catch, run, be explosive, you know, power, all that, all those type of things. I just want to continue to do that and do that to the best of my ability.
Well, bro, if you shine at that pro day, I mean, you can also put NFL draft pick amongst those things
Yeah,
that you've already experienced as well. So, because nobody gonna let a 4.3 guy, not get drafted. So, um, all right. Well, as we close up shop, I want to give you an opportunity to really just talk to all those scouts out there who may or may not have already reached out to you, talked to you, maybe interviewed you, and tell them why they need to draft you, man. So go ahead and close us with that, and why you would make a quality addition to any football team. So go for it.
man. The reason I would make a quality addition to any football team is because I work anybody. You just give me a shot, and I'm going to perform. I'm going to perform. I'm going to lead. I'm going to do my job, and I'm going to do more. You know, that's really, you know, the kind of guy you get when you pick Darius Hagans, and you know, I'm somebody that you can bet on because I'm always get my job done, and I'm gonna see it through.
Awesome. Well, Darius, do wish you very best of luck. I know we got the draft coming up very shortly, and you're a very busy man. So you take care and best of luck. All right.
Thank you. I appreciate you having me.
Sure, man. Once again, Darius Hagans, he's a running back out of Virginia State. Check this guy out. He's going to be in the league soon.